Hello guys, and welcome to another day with Zimaleta. In today's video I would like to do an introduction to my house building project. Basically I feel that there's a need to actually introduce kind of like what's going on, why am I doing these videos, and what is the whole purpose behind. Of course you guys have seen the videos and stuff like that. They're called a little bit different, but this is going to be a project that I'm working on, which is kind of like building a home on the budget that pretty much anybody could do it. As you guys are pretty much aware from the previous videos that you have seen, some of you guys maybe are aware, some of you guys are probably not aware. Most of you guys think I got a house just because that is in the listing. Now that wording, instead of saying a trailer or modular home or manufactured home and saying that it's a house, that is not to mislead you, because this is actually what it's going to become essentially. So that's why this is kind of like having a house on a budget. Some of you guys have asked, what is the catch? You got it for $13,000 and stuff like that. Well, there is no catch. This is a find. This is a deal and stuff, pretty much a real estate deal that I did on my own. I've seen many deals like this, despite people telling me that there is no such thing. There is no deals like that. You cannot get a house for $13,000. Yes, you can. You could get it for $10,000. You could get it for $13,000. As a matter of fact, there's even ways of getting it for $1,500 and $3,000. This is beyond the scope of this video. So anyways, let's begin. In this type of video series, what I'm going to be talking about. So how did I find the house for $13,000, and what is my plans to actually do with it? How big this house is. I would like to answer and address all of these things kind of like in this video today. Kind of like, what am I going to do to it? How much is it going to cost me? You know, stuff like that. But anyways, guys, let's begin. I'm not even sure kind of like where to start. Right now it's 2018. The importance of this date is because in 2015, this is when I bought this house, guys. Yes, and I call it a house. Right now it feels every bit of a house. It does not feel like a mobile home. It really never did. When I actually picked it up, guys, it was pretty much a rundown type of place. For $13,000 bucks. So yeah, that's the catch, I guess, if you're really looking for any catches. The catch is you're pretty much getting a house that does not have anything in it, or call it a trailer, call it whatever you want. It has nothing to do with actually with what I'm actually doing here, the actual wording or the actual meaning of it. So why am I doing these series? Am I trying to somehow show off? Am I trying to say that I'm better than you guys? Actually not. Why did I actually say about 2018 that it's today, and 2013 back like pretty much like 3 years ago? So 3 years ago, I barely scraped up enough money to actually buy this house. Yes, that was 3 years ago. As soon as I got this house, guys, immediately I became broke because my Sprinter has broke down, the transmission has went out on it. I never done transmission work before. I did a lot of services myself and stuff like that. I never done extensive engine work. I'm not a mechanic. So I ended up working on my Sprinter trying to fix it. And that's how my channel was born, by trying to share my knowledge with you guys, kind of like what's going on. So I decided to take it further. Taking it further beyond the Sprinter, taking it to the houses, because what's important, guys? The job is important. Having a job, having like a secured financial future, having a place to live, that is what's important. You know, frankly, not a lot of people could go out there and pick up a house for cash. That is if you're talking about 115 or to 200 or 300,000 of the house, obviously. So it is a lot easier for most people to just go ahead and get a bank loan and go ahead and make payments on it. And there's nothing wrong with it. So if you're in that situation, do not feel bad, okay? I'm not in that type of situation because I bought for cash and I got a pretty much an ugly house. This is kind of like one of those signs you see, we buy ugly homes. This is what pretty much this house was. You know, when I picked it up, it had mold, it had mildew, it had rotten floors, it had everything stolen out of it, guys. The electrical was gone. Basically, the electrical panel was gone. The outlets were still there. I would replace the outlets and stuff. The electric wiring, of course, was outdated. The kitchen was completely gone. Everything was pretty much gutted out of this house. No toilet, no bathtub, Nothing. I was pretty much getting a shell. And man, I really don't want to jump like on these subjects and stuff, but I feel that this must be said. Like, I gotta get as much into this introduction video as possible, so you guys get like a clear picture, kind of like what's going on and the whole purpose. So let me stop myself right there with everything. Got it? You get a basic idea that yes, this was pretty much a shell of a house, because I will get into those other things about this house. But this is an introduction. Why am I really doing these series? And it is to show you guys that this can be done. So from now on, pretty much for the entire month, that's how long I plan. I'm going to be making videos about the house, everything that I do to it. And basically this is to show you that you could do it too. A lot of you guys have been watching my channel. Some of you guys are probably builders. Some of you guys are contractors. Some of you guys really know what you're doing. And you guys notice I really don't know what I'm doing. And guess what? That is the whole point, that anybody could actually do it. If I was the one that was able to do this, heck, I would probably not even make these videos. Like, why would I share my trade, like with everybody? People would like take my business away. But guess what, guys? This is not my trade. This is not what I do. My whole purpose is to show you guys, hey, you're already renting or you already have a mortgage. So what can you do for the next year? What can you do for the next two to turn around your life? Maybe you're in a mortgage right now, but you don't want to be in that mortgage. Maybe you want to get something simple, live a simple life, be, like having a life without bills, build yourself a better financial future, have a little bit more time to spend, going fishing or spend time with your family and stuff like that. So whatever your dreams are, the house that you live in right now or anything else, that is right now, it's kind of stopping you from reaching your goals. It's stopping you from reaching your financial future, what you're trying to reach, like your goals in life. Maybe you want to build something. Maybe you want to build some kind of like a career. Maybe you want to build some kind of business. Maybe there's a project you want to work on. But guess what? Right now, you're being stopped. And you're being stopped by being kind of like a slave to all the mortgages that you're paying, to the car payment that you're paying, to maybe furniture you're paying off, and everything else you're paying off. You basically acquired stuff, and now you got to pay for the stuff. But guess what, guys? You're not able to enjoy the stuff because you're having to go to work every day, spend the entire day there. You're really not enjoying it. And what I would like to show you guys, okay, so that does not have to be like that. So taking it back beyond 2005, 2015, I'm sorry, when I actually bought this place. 3 years before that, guys, I was completely broke. I just got back into the business of expediting, and man, I did not have any money to even purchase my own vehicle for cash, guys. And now you see I have 3 Sprinter vans, I got a box truck, I got 4 SUVs, and I got 2 cars, and I got this house, and I got the other property next door, which is a commercial property. I got a successful business, which is expediting company that I run, that has chance for improvement, for expansion. I became kind of like a real estate investor in the process. I was able to secure a financial future for myself and my family, to be able to have more time with my family, and just time in general for myself, just to think. I started, a successful YouTube channel now. We are right now at about 1,150,000 views or above that right now. If you're watching this video like today, it's probably already more than that. The future projection of my channel, guys, it is really crazy. This is not me doing the numbers. This is the analytics that's done by the computer. And it looks like in about 5 years, and this is kind of like a very small numbers, guys, here. This is actually not to sound big. This is actually pretty small compared to actually what's going to happen with my channel. My views are projected to be at like 260 million plus in the next 5 years. And in the next 5 years, I'm going to have about like 1.5 million subscribers to my channel. And why is that, guys? Why am I experiencing this growth? Like, why am I experiencing success? I'm actually getting paid for my channel now. This was not the idea to actually get paid for my channel. But I am getting paid because the content that I put out, it's really helpful. I'm being honest with my viewers, and it is not to try to make money off you guys. It is to actually help you to try to change your life if you would like to be changed. If you're somebody that's already rich, you don't really need, like my information. You already know what you're doing. But most people are not rich. About 90% of people, they're pretty much living kind of like at poverty or kind of like, below poverty levels. Dave Ramsey says if you got $10 in your wallet and you don't own any debts, you're pretty much rich in America. Guys, these are kind of like issues that we must address. One of the other, like popular things that Dave Ramsey says, he says, you know, like he, of course, you know, shows you how to get out of debt and stuff. Probably some of you guys heard of him. He says that we buy stuff to be, you know, like, and we get in debt to pretty much impress people that we don't even like, or sometimes that don't even like us. And, you know, that is like, you know, I guess said by true. We're trying to get all this stuff to try to impress our friends, but our friends don't care. They don't care how we live. Like, they would rather us live like maybe like in poverty, like, and that would probably make them feel happy. It's unfortunate that a lot of people, they really can't be happy for you. Like if you're doing good, they're like, yeah. Like they don't want to hear it. Like they don't want to be doing good. So what I'm trying to do is to see like if I could use my experiences in my life to try to see how you guys could use this experience to your advantage and see what you could be doing different. So about in, you know, 2000, like what, like 12 actually. So that's almost like 2000, like that's almost like 6 years ago. But anyways, I just got back into like expediting, and I was able to get a van from one of my friends, and he basically said, look, you could pay whenever you know, have money or whatever. And we had a payment plan on a Sprinter van that I was paying off. And guys, that was my start, pretty much being in debt and trying to own the Sprinter van and trying to make payments on it, you know. So that buying a van, even for payments, I knew that was going to be kind of like a start for me guys. And man, what a tough start it was. I just moved back from Florida because, you know, I lived there for a couple years, and I became broke because Florida does not have any jobs. I actually found a job over there, and the guy really never ended up paying me the money. So anyways, a long story short, I knew that moving back to Charlotte, North Carolina was going to be a pretty good idea because Charlotte had jobs and stuff like that. Of course, my focus was to get back doing what I was doing before, and that was expediting. I started expediting back in 2007, not knowing what I was doing. I was still able to do okay until the economy crashed, and then, you know, like things kind of like went haywire. That's for another story. I actually already have that story recorded, just never really uploaded. So in this series, I'm just going to try to give you like little bits and stuff and pieces, how I put my life together so you could put your life together, you know, like using kind of like my examples and like what I went through and stuff like that to try to like help yourself out using that information. So basically guys, knowing what I did before about expediting, naturally I thought, look, I haven't really made money anywhere like I did in expediting. So, you know, it's as simple as buying a van, putting insurance on it, using your regular license, no need to have a commercial license. And that's it. And you start out and you start, you know, basically working and stuff like that. It's not as simple as it sounds, but basically it is kind of like that simple at the same time. For me, of course, I already know what I'm doing, and I explained this a lot on my channel, like to you guys, so you know about expediting as well. But this video is not about expediting. It's to kind of like, you know, talk about this house and stuff, and to give you like a little bit introduction, because once I'm going to be recording videos, I'll be building stuff and I'll be explaining stuff, and I'm going to be fixing up this whole house. And the most important thing is, how long does it take to really fix it up? Even I don't know, because I'm not a contractor. I'm not somebody that really, you know, like I don't do this for a living. I understand basics and I go from there. But anyways, guys, getting back into the business was so tough because there was not a lot of work out there. The economy was just improving and it was still really hard. And you know what? I had friends that come up to me sometimes and are like, hey, why don't you get a real job? Like, that's such a waste. And I'm like, look, do you hear me complaining? And they're like, no, you know, but still, it's not really working out. I mean, if you want to really do this, you got to get into the trucks. And they try to pretend like they know what they're doing because they're in trucks. Well, guess what, guys? They're still in trucks, and none of them, you know, have their own house yet. I'm not saying, you know, like I'm not making fun of trucks or anything like that. There is a right and a wrong way of doing stuff, and some people, they just do it wrong. And I was one of those people. I was doing it wrong. But anyways, when I got back, it took some time, but guess what? In like a year, I paid off my van to my friend. Then an engine broke. I actually had cash saved up. I paid for an engine. Man, I was made fun for that again. It's like, why would you take 844,000 yes, mile Sprinter and put a brand new engine for pretty much like $9,500, which some of you guys that watch my videos, you already know this story. So long story short, yes, I put it in, but guess what? I'm not putting an engine to sell a car. I'm not trying to increase its value. I'm trying to increase the vehicle's basically like quality of, you know, like I guess of workmanship, you know, so the engine is not gonna keep breaking down and stuff like that, and I'm wasting all this time trying to fix everything. Plus, I was living in apartments, so, you know, well, actually at that time I wasn't even living in apartments. You know, that's actually, you know, like part of the story too. I had to move back with my mom, guys, in 2012, and that did not make me feel good about my life. That did not make my wife feel good about, you know, where we were at, like at that life point. But my wife had believed in me, and, you know, like that we could climb out of the gutter. We could keep going. We could actually make it. We always try to stay positive. So this is like one of the things that I do on the channel. I try to spread the positivity, and I try to say, hey, things don't have to be the way they are right now. Like, things will improve, things will get better. And I told my wife, I said, look, it's not always going to be like this. I mean, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it. And she said, what about this van is gonna break? I said, look, this van is gold. We're gonna make gold with this van. We're gonna be able to get a house with this van. We're gonna get it for cash. We're gonna do it. And then, guys, of course, it took about a year, and I moved into apartment. And it was like, man, will I even be able to make rent for this apartment? And things were still kind of slow, and sometimes I would be late on my rent payment, and I would catch up like in a couple of weeks and stuff like that, So I understand the struggles that some of you guys are going through. I already went through the struggles. I understand what it's like to lose a vehicle to the bank, because I actually did lose a vehicle to the bank. I understand how it is to live your life with bad credit history. I already went through that stuff. I know what it's like to be with debt. And now I know what it's like to live completely out of that I've been doing for the past 3 years now, or close to 3 years living in this house. And of course, guys, I'm not somebody that's rich. I know some of you guys might think that I'm rich, because I do show a lot of nice videos and stuff like that on my channel. I'm not trying to show off. Inside, I'm a rich person. Inside, I understand that I have a beautiful family that loves me, and I love them. My wife loves me, and my kids love me and stuff like that, and we love each other. And we are stronger together as a family. And that's actually what kind of keeps me going, is knowing that, hey, we are kind of like rich with family and stuff like that. And we are now living in something that we actually love. I mean, we're enjoying living this life in this home that is becoming beautiful, more beautiful like every day. And it was just an ugly duckling, like when we first got it. And it seems like, man, like, how are you ever going to fix this thing up? It's kind of crazy. But anyways, getting that out of the way, you guys already know that I came pretty much, like at a bad place in my life. And that's actually when I was listening to some Dave Ramsey like CDs and stuff like that, about like one of his programs and stuff like that. So that was kind of like my start into like audiobooks and stuff. And then I started reading more audiobooks and more audiobooks. So right now, like, I'm probably like reading like about 100 books a year. And sometimes I'm rereading the same books because the knowledge is so great in those books. And I keep buying more and stuff like that. And I keep reading when I'm driving. So my knowledge is expanding. I'm constantly evolving. So what I like to do is spread my knowledge to my viewers, anybody that's willing to watch me and stuff like that, to try to help you guys out. So anyways, guys, this is a quick introduction. So in the next video, what I would like to talk about is, what is the plans for this house? Like, what am I going to be really doing and stuff like that? And, like things of that nature, what to expect, what kind of condition this home was. I just wanted to give you kind of quick introduction, jumping on little stories and stuff, but you're getting a basic idea where I came from and where I am right now. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. And, please watch it. I'm pretty sure you're going to, really like the story, and you could take something from that. And if you're not a subscriber already, please consider subscribing. I'm pretty sure you're going to be pretty happy subscribing, because this channel is not like any other channel out there. I actually talk to you guys. I actually engage with you guys. You guys engage with me. I always reply to every single comment that I have. Some of you guys already became my real life friends, and we stay in contact like on a phone and text messaging and stuff like that, and I think it's just really awesome. I believe we could learn from each other, we could improve our lives. And some of the viewers on my channel, they're not somebody that's poor. Like, some people are completely rich on my channel that actually watch my videos and stuff like that. And they see, I guess, value in what I do, and they have a respect for what I do, and they try to encourage me to keep going. So that's actually what I'm doing. I completely enjoy making videos and stuff like that. And of course, they're monetized. And of course, I actually, like, make money from ad revenue. But did I make any of you guys watch my ads? No. You could always skip them if you would like to. So anyways, guys, those of you that, of course, watch my ads, thank you so much, because that really supports me in an immense way, and I really do need it, because it's costing a lot of money to do what I'm doing, but it's doable. So in the next video, I'm going to tell you how you could actually buy something like this, a plan. I'm going to give you a plan how you could buy it, and then I'm going to give you steps how you're going to like renovate it. And I'm also going to help you by making videos. And of course, I'm going to make mistakes, and you will learn from my mistakes. I'm going to say, look, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, but now we know, and now you could do it better, because we're not contractors. You know, like if you're watching this video, you're trying to be in the same place that I am at, and based on all the comments that I've been getting, that's what some of you guys want. And I have like already like over 100,000 views on that one video that I put out about this house and stuff. So I will continue making these videos and to try to, you know, explain like what I'm doing, what I started with, and why am I making some of these mistakes. So anyways, guys, see you in my next video. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and like my videos. Thank you.